Hey everybody, good afternoon. I'm here for part two. For those of you who missed part one yesterday, my bandwidth was pretty bad. But I'm just here to say it's real. You know, some of us are without power, some of us are without water. If you don't have power and if your house is ran off of electricity, then you probably can't access your water. Well, I want to share with you my experience because my well went down and we do have electricity, which is still good because what I can do is I can take some snow like I showed you yesterday, boil the snow. Yes, like I showed you, boil the snow and then fill up, our empty containers. Always save your empty containers. I want to say note to self, okay? Because this is what I did. So here's what I'm doing. Because I was in the restroom upstairs and we have a whole system by now. I was like, is that water? Where is this water coming from? Here's where the water is coming from. And listen, for those of you who prep, you usually have water barrels here set up around your house, right? So you use your water. You tap into your resources from the water that you have around you. So here's what we've been doing, and I'm going to show you our cool system, all right? So we got a bucket right here from Home Depot, one of these empty buckets, okay? So what I'm doing is my recyclable containers. I put it under, and I let it, and it's actually clear. It's actually clear water. It's not dirty water. It's coming from my roof, of course, and it's draining down, and it seems like, God is filtering it nicely. So I'm excited about that. So, all right, here's my system. So now I have this bowl, I have this water jug, and I have this container right here, this water. And over here, what I've done is all my recyclable, what is this, pasta sauce, and you don't have to show the cat, thanks. The water and the other sauce, containers. This is what I did. And so now, look what I'm going to do. So we filled this one up. I've had a helper, my good helper. He helped fill this up before we go in and get, look at me, hot carob. You don't need to look at you. We got you. So anyhow, before we do hot carob, right, instead of cocoa, we're going to do carob. And I'm going to show you that too, how to do hot carob. It's great because carob is very good for your body. So here's what we're going to do. You see this? I'm waiting for it to get to the top. And I mean, by now, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep filling my buckets up. So you asked me, hey, Tishan, what are you doing with the water that you are saving? Well, I'm glad you asked me. Here's what I'm doing with the water. I'm using it to flush my toilets because when you do not have electricity, you have to be able to flush your toilet so that you don't have maybe feces or urine just piled up for days and days until you can get your well fixed, right? Especially in the ice storm, especially in the snowstorm where the roads may be bad and no one can access you. So you just utilize what you have around you. So what I have is, you see my cat? That's Peter. So anyhow, so what you have is we have water to be able to flush your toilets, right? We have water to boil so that you can use it to maybe wash up in. Why? Because we're boiling out all the nastiness, the nonsense that you don't want to bathe in, right? But after all, like I told you yesterday, this is nature. So what we're using it for is we're using it to wash our hands after we use the restroom, right, with our soap. We boil it first. Okay, so after this goes, I'm going to throw it in a bucket. You don't have to show it. Look at me. After we, fill this one up, we're going to throw it in the bucket. And I'm going to use this to flush my toilets. Like I told you, we use it to, so the water that I'm taking inside, I'm going to boil it. And I'm going to use that boiled water to wash my dishes, to dry my dishes, right? And or wash my hands. And we don't use it for drinking water. That's why you always need to have extra water on hand to drink. I'm not using this to use for drinking water. But listen, in the case of the emergency, right? In the case of the in the event of an emergency, Well, you need to drink this water that comes from here, right? I mean, listen, when you're thirsty, you're going to do anything. You're going to do whatever it takes. I mean, I was watching one movie. It was like one of those apocalypse World War movies, right? One of those apocalypse movies where, you know, they didn't have any water. They were cut off because there was like, look at me. They were cut off, thank you, because there was like some crazy, it was a cyber something attack or whatever. So in the movie, they were drinking from the back of their toilet. That's how desperate they were for water. So you never know what you would do in a desperate situation, right? So my situation is, thankfully we have electricity. We can boil the water that we have so that we can use it and still operate like we're living as if, you know, operating daily, right? And so the deal is if you don't want to do it, guess what you do? You get your kids to come outside and be a part of the routine. Yes?
Yes, true.
That's true. Be a part of the rotation and help you out so that it'll be one less thing that you have on your plate. All right?
Yep.
So I hope this helps you. For those that don't have water, something that you can do, another source if it rains or if there's snow, then God will give you the water that you need to help you to be able to last. So thank you for tuning in. I hope this short excerpt blesses you. And if you have any comments or concerns, feel free to leave them. Well, we'll see you again, family. If you want to, you can share this. You can like it, subscribe. Yes.
And you can join us for hot cocoa.
And what? And you said what?
And we can show you how to make hot cocoa.
Okay, so
Bye.
now wait a minute. Before we go, tell us what you've learned throughout this trial of not being able to have water.
Well, what I was learning, I learned not to be thankful. We got first.
You learned to be.
Learned to be thankful, and I've been thankful to God gave us water. And look right here. He gave us snow. So guess what I told my mom? I said, I God put up in my mind. I said, Mom, maybe we can go get the snow. Maybe. So God let me go outside. Got outside, got the snow, bring it inside, and me and my dad and my mom boiled it up.
So you boiled it. Why do you think we boiled the snow?
Because you can't eat it straight. If there's dirty stuff. There's number one, there's worms. There's number two, there's bugs inside of it. There's people with stuff inside of it. And the fire, like my dad said, the fire cleans the water. That's what I learned from the survival.
Nice. Nice.
You use the fire, you can clean it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. So listen, there's a lot of you preppers out there prepping for whatever it is that you're prepping for. But I'm telling you, just trying to take it from one day to the next is survival for us on our homestead. So we hope you've enjoyed this video. Click like, share, and subscribe if you would like. We look forward to the next video. Have a good night or good evening or good day, whatever it is, wherever you are, whichever time period you're in, Eastern Standard, Pacific. Hey, we look forward to seeing you again. All right, have a good one. Love y'all.